I'm Odette De Beer, if you haven't met me yet. And with me, I have Christo the Expander. And we thought that we would quickly come live today and have a conversation, something that's really important for businesses and individuals and people in that personal development. We'll also have a little bit of a conversation around why it's important. What does personal development look like when you have your own business, when you have a medium sized business, and when you have a large business? And what does that have to do with myself and Christo the Expander? So, Christo, welcome to this very early go live for you. For those of you who don't know, it is 30 minutes past 4 a.m. in South Africa. Thank you, Christo, for taking one for the team. Welcome.
That's only a pleasure, Odette. It's always good to speak with you. The conversation's always engaging and always challenging. So I really enjoy our time together. And yeah, it's only a pleasure. We need to get up nice and early. So we're here, we're ready to go. Looking forward to
Early bird gets the worm.
today. Absolutely. Yeah, personal development, maybe just constant growth, continual development, business growth. I just think in general, it's important for us to maybe just speak about the reasons people need to grow, continue growing. But sure, thank you for having me.
So, tell me, what is your view on personal development? It started with as an individual, just as a human being that's on this earth doing life. Why should we even bother?
Yeah, there's a saying, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you look at plants or look at nature, it's a saying from there. And I think it bears so much truth with us as individuals as well. If you're not growing, then you're probably stagnating. And so for me, it's important to continuously push myself to better, to grow. I do think and I just want to say from the beginning, almost like a little disclaimer. I'm not saying that we need to chase this endless pursuit of just becoming better for the sake of that. It's not that. It is to grow. And that's why I want to use the word grow. It's a systematic, um, step by step process that we go through to better ourselves. Imagine you were still in school, you were still in grade one, you're 40 years old, you've never learned, you've never grown, you've never developed. And I think that's my outlook when I look at life is that everything in life is about growth. We've got a little boy, he's just over a year now. Can you believe it is already that big? Just growing every day. And every day I see these things that he's learning, he's developing, things that he's doing today that he didn't do yesterday. And so growth is actually a natural part of society. It's a natural
Mm.
part of every one of our lives. And so that is my reason for continual growth. I want to be better. I want to be a better version of myself today than what I was yesterday. And that comes with failure, comes with success, it comes with discouragement, it comes with joy, it comes with some uphills, it comes with downhills. Yeah.
You know what you say is so true. I had a conversation with a client this week, and we had a conversation around comfort zones. And my view on comfort zones is that it's a dream killer because if all you want to do is be comfortable, then you will never move forward in your life. But the reality is, when I speak to my clients about comfort zones, I always share with them this really profound truth. When we were born from a really comfortable space, right?
Yeah.
So nice in our mother's womb. It was just beautiful, warm, it's comfortable. We get fed when we're hungry. There's this humming, there's this rocking motion. It's fantastic. And
That's
then you
right.
get born into this bright light. And if you're not breathing the way the doctor wants you to breathe, he's going to smack you on the bum. There's this cold room, and suddenly your system is in shock. And from that moment on, we work so hard as human beings to get back to that comfortable space. Unfortunately, though, if we pursue comfort, then we will always be living into yesterday's challenges. What do I mean with that? We live in a universe that is constantly expanding. Scientists have proven that every single day there's something new being born, there's something new being grown, there's new universes being discovered all the time,
Yeah.
which means that we as human beings are in a capsule, for the lack of a better context, but we're in a capsule that's constantly getting bigger. We therefore cannot stay the same size. We
Yeah.
have to expand as human beings as well. If we choose not to expand, then the environment around us is going to force us to expand. How does that happen? When you go through life and stuff happens and you're like, man, I thought I dealt with that. I've never seen this really before. I thought I went around this mountain. I thought I conquered the mountain. Why am I back here again? The simple truth is you're back around that same mountain because you haven't chosen to grow challenges that you set for yourself. Now, I'm not talking about challenges that like, oh, life's hard. I'm talking about things that you choose to grow in versus having to deal with stuff from the past that just ramps up and amplifies in intensity because you choose to be stagnant. And
Yeah.
that's how I see the role that we play and personal development as a context for us. I see it as an opportunity to choose what to grow into.
Here we go. That's
We
nice.
choose where we want to go, right? As opposed to having to deal with the same mountain that you thought you had gone around and there it is again.
I think it was Edward Deming that said change is not mandatory. Like
Yeah.
nobody has to change. But if you want to survive, you better change.
Yeah.
And I like the way that you frame it, Odette, that you can choose the area, the place that you want to grow in. And that is so true. That is vital. You were speaking about the universe that's expanding. That word expand, there's really it's a threefold meaning. It means to grow in size, means to extend your influence, and develop a plan. And if you look at it from that perspective, is that all of us need to grow in certain areas within our lives. But as you grow, what happens is your influence become extensive. And so the people that you
Mm.
know, the people that you meet, that also grows and it almost pushes you into these other areas of life and of network. And that then determines you to be better. The moment that I started joining your podcast, I had to become better. I can't stay the same size because now I stepped into a different realm, a different audience, and the room almost or the environment almost expects you to grow. And that's a great place to be in because now it's almost like you're being pulled into growth.
Yeah.
And then the third step, which I really enjoy, is then to obviously develop a plan on how I'm going to make this, like you said, you can choose how to grow. So growth really and expansion is really a process that we all go through. And if we can almost hack that process,
Mm.
I think that's when the growth journey becomes absolutely enjoyable. And I'm not saying that it's not, like you said, it's not going to be challenges and things like that, but it's through the challenges that you grow. If I look back over my life, it more the tough situations that has taught me things
Mm.
than when things were comfortable. Comfort is nice, but we shouldn't stay there. Absolutely.
No.
We shouldn't stay there. And it's interesting how we try and frame our lives for comfort, but that's not the place where you grow. That's not the
Mm.
place where you find enjoyment. It's not the
Yeah.
place where, like John Maxwell says, everything worthwhile is uphill. And I think there's so
Mm.
much truth to that is if you just have it easy and things just come your way,
Yeah.
it just tastes different. It
It
just
does.
tastes,
And the thing is, when you're living into a challenge, however hard it is, the reality is that moment of leaning into the challenge of doing something that you couldn't do before, going live, having a podcast, having conversations with people around the world, it's hard, but you also feel so alive. There's a
yeah.
part of you that goes, this is amazing. I didn't know I could do this. And now I'm doing this. I wonder what else I could do. And it's about leaning into the, I wonder what else I could do. And that's how we become, like you said, you expand in size, you expand in capacity, you expand in influence, which I think is so powerful. I left a comment for those of you who want to see it. I left a comment with Christo's expand definition, and please forgive me if I don't do it complete justice. You can always go and listen to it again. But I think it's so powerful because it's about growing who you are. And I must be honest, the older I get, now I'm 21 with some experience. Just for those who are wondering, 21 with some experience right here. The older I get, the more I realize how much I don't know.
It's true.
And the more I realize, geez, I need to learn more because I know nothing, you know.
Until you start speaking to people and then you realize I do know something. And I say from a humble perspective is then you realize, listen, there's some life experience that I've picked up. And yes, then it also kicks in. I don't know a lot because you meet some people that is just way ahead of you. But the moment you start interacting, engaging with people, you realize there's some things. And For me, it comes down to that portion of scripture that I enjoy. Proverbs 20 verse 5, wisdom is like a deep well inside of a man, but it takes someone of understanding to draw it out. And so there's wisdom, there's knowledge, there's understanding within inside of you. There's life experiences that's sitting on the inside of you that will only be unlocked by other people. They will
Yes.
draw it out. Someone with understanding will draw it out. And once again, I think it's important for us to join these webinars. It's important to join these summits, because when you sit in a room, whether it's online or in person with other people, they ask questions, they give
Mm.
perspective. And that understanding draws out the wisdom that's locked up on the inside of you. So yeah, 21 with some experience. I'm 21 with some vet, so some tax.
Yeah.
Some vet.
You can have the tax, I'll have the experience. It's so true though. For those of you who have not been keeping an eye on the social media, you are missing out big time. We are hosting a free webinar on the 19th of June, early-ish SA time and 4 p.m. Central Australian time. And during that webinar, Christo actually, will be sharing some really practical insights and tactics that you can go and implement in your business immediately so that you can see a change in. Also, we have the summit coming up at the end of September, or the end of September. And at the summit, we are doing exactly what we've just shared with you. You will be having an opportunity to listen to individuals who are experts in their field. So we're not talking about people who are jack of all trades and masters of none. Christo has taken and spent his entire life, for as long as I've known him, to be a leader, to expand people, to learn how to deal with people, how to get the best out of them. If there's anyone who's walked the road when it comes to leadership, when it comes to expanding, it's 100% Christo. I can attest to that because I walked that road with him. I've seen him expand people. I've seen him expand me in how he digs it out. And there's just so much value that you get from being in the room around people like that. Also, obviously, you will walk away with some awesome practical strategies. And then we've got the amazing Dr. Janine de Beer, is like, man, there are people in this world that you look up to and you're like, oh, that's really cool. And then you look at people like her and you think, how is it even possible that one human being can do so much and achieve so much and still keep going?
Yeah,
And it's just so inspiring to watch and to be part of that and to listen to that. And then also, Chris, as you've just said, you have an opportunity to see other people's perspective. So it's not going to be a summit where you sit behind your laptop on your cell phone and scroll YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Complete waste of your time. It'll be a summit where you have a conversation with other people to understand the content, to understand the context, and to see different perspectives. Because the reality is, the challenge you're facing today, someone else has already faced and has a shortcut. Because you're not around the right people, you just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm
So,
looking forward to the summit. I'm looking forward to the webinar. I'm looking forward to your session, Odette. You've always brought the fire, and I'm looking forward to learn how to engage with my customers, how to take them on a journey. So absolutely, it's going to be a backed time. So I want to encourage you to join in. I'm reminded of what Gary Vaynerchuk said. He said, as a business owner, he says, I'm a firefighter. He says, wherever I go, I need to, put out fires within my business. And so we want to give you the tools as business owners, how to deal with these fires, how to deal with these situations, uncertain times. The business landscape is changing, and it's changing dramatically. I don't even want to say fast, it's beyond fast. And so we just want to share from our practical examples and from what we have learned in our areas, how to empower you in business, how to future-proof your business, take control of the controllables, the things that you can. So it's absolutely going to be an immense time of value, of impact. You're going to learn so many strategies on how to grow yourself, but grow your business and to take care of your customers ultimately.
absolutely. So what kind of businesses should attend the summit or the webinar? Who are the kind of people who will benefit from this?
I think first of all, people that are willing to take action. I think that's key. If you're willing to take action, if you are tired with the status quo, if you are looking to grow and expand into different areas within your business, it's easy to say everybody, but I don't think it's for everybody. It's definitely for people that want to take action. It's not limited to industry, not at all. It's not limited to the size of your company. So whether you're just starting out or maybe you running a big ship, it's absolutely for all of you. But definitely for those that want to take action, those of you that are ready to take the bull by the horns, you have to implement the strategy. So many people go to conferences and they don't implement what they have learned. And I
Mm,
definitely think it's more of a mindset type of people that we're looking for to join, that are going to join in, that are going to take the strategies, the principles. It's years of experience that you're going to get. If you just listen to Odette, if you listen to Dr. Yanin, the depth of wisdom and wealth that they carry when it comes to business and their experience, you'd be crazy not to implement those strategies immediately. So I would
mm,
definitely list it's those three types of businesses, companies, owners that the summit is for.
mm. And I think the really cool thing, oh, hello from Tanzania, East Africa. Hey, how cool is that? Welcome.
Well,
Um,
thanks. Really,
as we roll, we have international audiences, and exactly like
from my part of the woods, Africa.
it's yes, it's from Africa, and Africa's got my heart. For those of you who don't know, I am South African. Yes, I live in Australia, and my heart still belongs to Africa. It is what it is. People in Africa have a vibe. It's just one of the important things I want to point out is the fact that the people who come to the summit and who really get value out of the summit are the people who take action, as you have just said. And if you're one of those people, you then surround yourself with a room full of people who want to learn, who want to grow, and who will take the necessary action. And suddenly you expand as a result of those people taking action, because there is nothing quite as energizing as someone who's already energized and fired up, right? It's one thing to try and kickstart your own motor and warm up the oil, and it's hard to get going. But when you're around people
Yep.
who see impossibilities as opportunity, suddenly your opportunities expand.
Yes.
Kuhn Ray says a really amazing thing. He says that the reason we should strive to become more aware of our environment, of life, of opportunity, of anything, is because the moment you become more aware, more opportunities become available to you. Think about it. It's
Yep.
like when you walk into the pantry and you look for the salt, and for the life of you, you cannot see your salt. So you shout over to Annika and go, Annika, where's the salt? And she gets in the pantry and up your march, you're like, come and see the salt. And you shout to her again and she comes storming into the kitchen. And she stomps up to the pantry and she says, here it is, right in front of you. So the question is this, did the salt magically appear? Did she go, there's the salt? Or were you simply not aware of it? It's that you were simply not aware of it. But the moment you became aware of it, you couldn't miss it. It's when you decide you want to buy a new car of a certain make and a certain color, that's earned on the road. Is it that suddenly there's more of those cars in the environment? Or is it that your awareness has now increased and you now notice it?
Yeah, absolutely. That is such a nice way of explaining it. And with so many diverse people and so many businesses that will be attending, the opportunities are endless. The possibilities are endless. Where the attention goes to power flows. And I was just smiling when you said example, because it happens so often with me and my wife, where I'm like, where's this? It's right in front of you. It's like, wasn't there when I looked the first time. But yes, absolutely. That room is going to be
Mm,
filled with people that are ready to take the next step. I mean, we're all on
mm,
this journey together. That's the beauty. And that's why I enjoy the business with Aldershot community, is that it's a journey that we take on together. When I say take hands, it's not we're going to help you step by step and take your hand in a sense of you can't do it. You know, we're here to stand together. We're here
mm,
to walk the road together, to run together. And
mm.
it's going to really be on fire. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be great. And yeah, maybe if there's questions, send us your questions through in advance. Then we want to definitely interact with you as well. Yes, so send through your questions, send through your struggles, send through the stuff that
Yeah.
maybe as a business owner, you are facing as a business owner, some challenges, your industry. is facing some challenges. And so send us through those questions that you have or the things that you are going through. We're here to help. We're here to empower you. We're here to
Amazing.
build you. We're really here to serve. That's why we get up at 4:30 in the morning, is to add value as much as we can, and also to get ready for the day. I hear my one girl is up. So at least this time around, his dad will be awake when I pick him up.
Oh, he got the memo. Early bird catches the worm.
I tell you, when he stands up straight and he looks at you, he's excited. I'm like, hey, Prue, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. There's still some time left to get some shut eye. But what is your expectation, Odette, for the summit and even for the webinar that's coming up?
I think I'm really excited for the webinar to share my heart for the summit. So for those of you who don't know, I started the summit last year, and I don't want to share with you why today, because if you want to know why we started the summit, then I suggest you come to our free webinar on the 19th of June so that I can tell you why we have started the summit and what the community is all about. But I really am all about creating authentic ecosystems of growth. My business journey has always been about how do we create an environment where we can lock arms with other people and be stronger together in the tough times, in the good times, because the reality is we all have a message. We all have something that is unique to us that we need to bring to the world. But we can't do that in isolation. We have to do it with other people, because even though I have a unique message, I perhaps don't know how to get my message out there, which is why we need people like Dr. Yanine, who is an absolute whiz at marketing and branding and building a brand and connecting with people through a brand. That kind of information I need to know so that I can get my stuff in front of my customers. Otherwise, I'm the best kept secret. And that's during the webinar, we'll share a little bit about the summit, where it came from, why you really should attend, and what's the heart behind it. And then on the actual summit, which is a 3-day summit, all virtual this year, we are going to share practical strategies that empowers business owners and individuals who have said, you know what, I don't want to be a victim. If it is to be, it's up to me. So let me go and do that thing. In terms of who I'm hoping to come, you know what, if you've been in my environment, it's all about taking action. We are not victims. We take action in our business. We take responsibility and we do hard things. But that's the beauty of the summit. It's connecting with other people so that the hard thing actually becomes easy, because now you get a shortcut. You learn how to jig the system so that your brand stands out, because there are some things you need to know when it comes to branding. And there's some things you need to know about getting the best out of people. And that's why you speak to Christo the Expander. And it's about creating that community where we can really lock arms with each other and build something that lasts sustainably for the long term, and not just something that's around today and gone tomorrow. So that's really what I'm hoping and trusting for. I know that you are spending a lot of time working on your content for the summit. Likewise, am I and Dr. Yanine. And if you've listened to Dr. Yanine or you've been on her social pages, guys, there's so much coming. Let me just let you know, you're not dealing with people who have become stagnant. So there is so much going on, and you're definitely going to benefit big time from attending the summit. And you'll get an opportunity to connect with other people so that you can build coffee chats afterwards, even if it's online. Because who knows, I might be going back to Tanzania again. I've been there before. I loved it. And now I know somebody there. Look at me. Isn't that just awesome? That is about creating community in an environment where we have something to share.
Awesome. How can people register for the free webinar?
The link will be in the comments section of today's post, and we will also post it on the write-up that comes with the live that's gone out. All you need to do is go and register. It is 100% free. It's a Teams closed meeting. The link is now in the comments. So you will not be able to see this live on LinkedIn. You have to actually go and register so that you get the link, so that you're in the room. It's a close conversation for those who register. You don't register, you don't know. These are the things.
These are the things.
These are the things. Christo, final takeaways for today before we say adieu to our beautiful audience.
Yeah, you said it earlier. If it is to be, it's up to me. I heard that years ago from a gentleman by the name of Skip Ross, and I think he heard it from a guy named Charlie Tremendous Jones. I'm not sure where you got the quote from, but absolutely, if it is to be, it is up to me. And so take action, take control of what is within your control. And it is within your control to register for this free. We're gonna empower you and help you how to deal with disruption within in business. And so we're looking forward to spending time with you. Thank you once again, Odette. I really appreciate this time, this opportunity. It's always a growing one. And thank you to everybody that was listening today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you're watching from.
Thank you, Christo, for getting up so early to join us and to share 100% of you. It's not like Christo woke up at 4 a.m. this morning and we're only getting a 4 a.m. coffee from him. We've got the full capacity of Christo. We didn't get the half asleep Christo. So thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. It is always an honor to have you on the show. Guys, let's just recap. The link is in the comment. Go and register. It's a free webinar. You don't need to bring your credit card. Put it away. You can leave that for now. Just join the register. Join the webinar. Come and have a conversation with us. You'll be able to interact with the speakers during the webinar. So it won't be a classroom setup or a library. And come find out a little bit more. We hope to see you there. Until then, have a fantastic day for those of you starting it. Those of you who are exiting the day, have an amazing evening. And we hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye.
Right.